Hi beaders, it's me Mandy with Bead Woven Dreams, hoping you're all doing very well out there in beadland, making beautiful projects and just having a wonderful time with all of your beads. So I come to you today with this video to give you a demonstration on how to have perfect patches of right angle weave. So this one here is, well, yeah, this one needs some serious help. Actually, you just need to start all over with this one. You cannot help this one. And this one is the perfect one. This is the perfect patch here. Now, this might come as a shock to all of you watching this video, but for both patches, same size thread, size 6-pound Fireline. Same size beads, they're both size 8s, Toho 558 PF, the permanent finish galvanized. If you look closely at some of the beads here, you can see that some of the beads are actually larger, taller than others. Same thing with here. And they're both the exact same amount of units and beads. Both are 4 by 5 units. But you can see this one here is so scrunched up, it actually looks smaller. It looks like you use less amount of beads, but that's not what happened. It's just they're, you use the same amount. If I was to lay this one, you can tell that there's just that little bit. It's not as wide. This one here is not as wide as this one. All right. So I'm going to show you how to get from this to this. And I hadn't realized that so many beaders have problems with right angle weave, trying to get the rows nice and straight and right, until I made this bracelet here. This is my Caribbean Carnival cuff on a really large right angle weave base here with my my original bezel bicone technique. So it's like right angle weave and herringbone. And it's just, I love this bracelet. I love wearing it. I'm working on, actually finished this bracelet here, which is also a base, excuse me, a base of right angle weave. And I'll show it to you in a different color. Here's this color theme, which I'm absolutely, just in love with this bracelet. So these both bracelets here are right angle weave, bases of right angle weave in 8s. So I'll show you how to, make it nice and neat and straight. It's really not that difficult. And no, the beads do not have to be uniform, as I showed you with the 2 patches here. The beads don't have to be uniform. Sorry for knocking the camera. It's just about technique, right? So I'll show you my technique on what I use to get going. So I'm going to move these little guys out of the way. I'm going to bring in my 8s here. I figured size 8s would be a really good demo for this, but it's the same for 11s. So I got a little bit of thread here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 4 beads. Again, it's just the regular thread path of right angle weave, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing to make sure they're nice and straight. And I'm going to reinforce the units as I go, because these are 8s and they will flop around. I'm working with 6-pound Fireline. Come on. Okay. So just bring, and this one will still be a little floppy because as we're reinforcing, the tail end thread is not a knot or anything, so there's nothing on the other side to reinforce the tension, but that's okay. So I've reinforced it. As you can see right now, it's, looking a little floppy. I'm just gonna take my needle and just open up that unit, push them into place, and then pull my thread. Then I'm gonna come down here. Okay, so that's my first unit. Pick up 3 beads. Oops, sorry. So make up 3 beads. And then I'm going to reinforce all 4 beads here. Like so. And you can see this one's a little floppy. Just going to open him up, hold on to that unit, and then pull. So doing a basic strip, like just this one strip of right angle weave, isn't too hard. It's when we start to build on our rows. So as you can see now, it's starting to kind of collapse on itself. So I just take my needle, just put the beads where I want them to be, okay? I put my thumb over the unit and hold real tight as I pull my thread. And there we go. Now it wants to stand up nice and tight. I'm going to pick up 3 more beads and do that again. Stitch through the bead I'm exiting here. You know, I hope my nails aren't a distraction. I just did them, and yeah, it hasn't even been 3 days. No matter what I do, my nails never stay like I want them to. So I hope you're not too distracted by that. All right. So as you can see, I didn't hold on to the unit. I just pulled the thread, and that unit wants to collapse. I take my needle and just place the beads, open them up like I want them to be. I'm gonna go through this bead because I want to exit him. Okay. And then hold on to the unit and pull my thread, and as you can see, it wants to hold its shape. All right, so now we're going to start building our rows. Well, let me add one more unit, make it wide enough. We'll speed through this one. I'm gonna make this one wide enough as a good example. Oh look, I just stitched through 2 beads. Oops. I'll show you how to fix that too. Because usually when I do right angle weave, I like to go through 2 beads at a time. And you would think that would be the problem too, but even going through 2 beads at a time, I just take my needle, make sure the beads are open. Well, they've automatically did that themselves, so they're not collapsing on each other. And then hold that unit and pull my thread, and they want to stand up. Again, this one will be floppy because there's nothing to reinforce that tension on the other side. So don't worry, you can, when you tie off the knot, that'll rectify itself, okay? So now, I'm gonna start building. This is the first round, build more rows. I'll pick up 3. Stitch through that bead I'm exiting right here. Like so. Now for this row, I'm not going to reinforce each bead as I go. I'm going to reinforce the entire row. It's like my speed reinforcing technique. So I've got that first unit there. As you can see, it's standing up. I hold on to the unit, pull my thread, and it's still maintaining its shape. Sometimes you have to kind of go in again. But there we go. So still maintaining its nice shape. I'm going to pick up, this time, 2 beads. Stitch through this one and this one. Like so. Pull my thread. Making sure I hold on to the units as I pull my thread. So I hold on to the units first, then I pull. All right? So now I want to exit this bead right here, so I need to travel down. Again, this is just the same right angle weave technique here. thread path, I'm sorry. Picking up 2 beads. I'm gonna go through these 2. There we go. And I make sure the beads are straight like I want them to be in that unit. Hold on and pull. Just like that. I'm not even reinforcing that second row, and they're just, because this row here has been pretty well straightened out, it gives it a good foundation for this second row to stand on. So now I'm going to do my last unit here on this second row. So now I'm going to, there we go. Hold on to that unit, pull my thread, and as you can see, it's standing up pretty well. Like I said, this one you're going to have problems with because there's nothing to, reinforce that tension on the other side of the thread. If I tied a knot, like right here, it would hold on to it. So as I tie off, it will straighten up. All right, now I'm going to show you my speed technique of reinforcing the units. And basically, I just go like a zigzag pattern, like that, through the beads. So you can reinforce the units as you go. As you can see, he wants to flop over, he wants to collapse. Just open him up, hold on to him, pull your thread, and now he wants to stand upright. Now, it might seem like it's going to be a lot more work because you have to hold on to each unit, but the thing about it is that, as you can see, you've got to hold on to your beadwork as you stitch anyway. So why not use that to just help help the unit stand up like you want? Help guide the beads along. Oops, sorry. And there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish reinforcing this unit here because he wasn't reinforced at all. And that is basically it. That's basically it. I'll show you again. Pick up 3 beads. I'm going to stitch through the bead I've exited right here. Now if I'd flopped over like this, let me collapse the beads like that. And hold on. Come on, collapse. Okay, so the beads are collapsed, all right? I did not straighten the beads out. What'll happen is that when you continue, see, now he wants to stand up straight. I'm trying to get him to collapse. He doesn't want to collapse. Okay, hold on. Collapse. I'm trying to show you a good example of what happens when the beads collapse. It's not working with me. Okay, hold on. Let me try this one. All right, pick up 2 beads. And then go here and here. There we go. Ah, there it is. Okay, so you see, I'm not holding on to the unit at all. I'm not helping the beads along. I'm not making sure they're standing up straight. I'm not doing anything. And you see, there's just automatically, there's an angle. So now I'm going to pick up 2. I'm not going to straighten that out because I want to show you exactly what happens, what causes this to, end up looking like this, okay? All right. And I've got really good tension here on these beads. Really good tension here on these units. Where was I? Oh, there it was. Sorry. Picking up 2 beads for that last unit here. And even if I was to reinforce all the units, like the speed reinforcing that I did, it would just reinforce the collapsing. So I'm going to do another row, again with the collapse. You know, it's very rare that you're going to find a tutorial out there that's going to show you how to do something all wrong. But once you understand how it goes all wrong, it helps to cement in your mind how to do it all right. I'm not even holding on to these units. I'm just letting them do whatever they want. I'm not helping them straighten out. Nothing. And you can see the beads, the units are collapsing in on itself. And I'm almost done, which is good because I'm running out of thread. Alright. Alright. And look at that. So you can see how it started off at the bottom here. Except for this unit here again, there's nothing to reinforce that tension, but that's okay. But you can see for the most part, the rows were really straight. They were really straight and neat and just perfect. And then as I started to go on and not making sure the units are straight and the unit is nice and open like it's supposed to be, and just continue adding on more rows, you get the collapse. And that's pretty much what happened here. It starts to collapse in on itself. There's not enough space. It's not open. And eventually, if you're working on a patch long enough, you'll find that if you were to compare like inches, like let's say you did, 30 units compared to 30 units here, this one will be a lot shorter, a lot thinner than this one. Same amount of beads, same units. But because I did not open up the beads, they collapsed in and it actually shortens the overall piece. So, when you're working on a nice long patch of right angle weave, don't wait until you've got inches done and then saying, oops, it's not going to straighten out later. If you don't straighten out that unit that you're working on at that time, if you don't straighten it out before you move on, it'll just stay that way. And then units will build and build and build, and the whole thing will just squinch on itself. So that's why I wanted to show you how to do the collapse. So that way you'll know, what not to do. So you can see how the beads there are angled. It's just collapsing on itself. So that's basically what you want to do. And, once you got the units nice and straight, you hold on to the unit and then you pull your thread. And that way, when you increase the tension will only increase based on how the beads are already laid out. If you have the beads collapse and then you pull your thread without straightening the beads out, the tension will just reinforce what the beads are already doing. Whether they're collapsed or straightened out, when you pull your thread, it'll just increase what's already there. So just go ahead and straighten it out as you go. So I hope this video has helped you. For my friend down under, I don't know, she lives in New Zealand. So Sandy, I don't know if, because you live in New Zealand, it's still considered down under. But if you want to take another crack at this bracelet with the base, then this is pretty much what you need to do. She's the one who told me that she was having problems with right angle weave initially, and showed me what her problems, the challenges that she was facing. So I wanted to do that and then share it with everyone else. So Sandy, this is for you, but again, anyone else who wants to watch. So if you want to take another crack at it, that's how you do it. So good luck. Anyway, I hope this helps you all. If you have any questions or anything, you know where to find me on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm trying to get better at responding to comments on YouTube. I don't know why I'm terrible at it, but I'm trying to get better at it. So if you want to leave a comment with a question, I'll try my best to respond. So there you go. All right. So try that out. I would just say try on a patch that's just a few units wide, see how it goes, and then, yeah, just increase your skills, and you'll find that you'll be able to make perfect patches of right angle weave like this in a snap with no problems at all. So hope this helps. Happy beading. Bye.